Well, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Mr. P here, welcoming you to my episode 14 review. Um, this is going up right after my episode 13 review, which I just recorded. And it will be going up earlier because I want to upload the 13 review and the 14 review. But I watched episode 14 last night, and oh my god, these it was even better than 13. Honestly, like just the oh my god. So Goku has now officially lost his Super Saiyan God power, or his Super Saiyan God essence, not essence. I'm trying to find the right word because he still has the power. He still has the power of a Super Saiyan God. He just doesn't have the what's it called, the aura, or the he doesn't have the God. He doesn't have God Ki anymore. There, no, I got it right. So Goku has lost his God Ki, but has retained the power, and he's still fighting Beerus. And their fight scene is really cool, and it's also really different from a lot of other ones because Goku is using in the fight. Just gonna conclude the fight as a whole because it is the conclusion for the Battle of God saga. Goku used a lot more energy blasts than he usually does because usually they'll drain his energy really fast. But in this fight, he's using it a lot more, so you can see like the advancement that he's made from the end of Dragon Ball Z and from just gaining the power of a Super Saiyan God. Like you just see how much more powerful he is. And I really the fight scenes, the fast action. There isn't a lot of talking like there usually was in Dragon Ball Z fights, which I really like. It's more just like pure, just fighting and action, and it fits for the occasion because sometimes it I don't know like they put talking and you're like can they just fight, and they didn't do that in this fight really, and they just kind of had Beerus like, oh my god, because he kept surpassing, or Goku kept surpassing, and what was it clear? He kept surpassing his limits just over and over and over, and we just see Beerus, and he's like, and that time when he's falling, and then he's like, no, and he rages again, and he goes Super Saiyan again, um, and flies back up, and Beerus is like, oh my god, how are you still alive? How are you not alive, but how are you still like here? How are you not out of energy yet? And it's really cool to see Goku like keep surpassing his limits and keep going further and further beyond. This is to go even further beyond. And just to see him as the Battle God Saga concludes, just to see him, we see him peak and then he falls back down. So we finally see that point where he showed he showed Beerus the true power of a Super Saiyan God, and and he shows power. I can't speak. It's like really early in the morning, so I'm like, oh my god. So he shows Beerus the true power of a Super Saiyan God, but of course the power difference. I was wondering how they were doing it because they kept saying Beerus is at full power, and I was like, there's no way he is, but how much power is he using? Because in the movie they said he only used 70%, and Beerus was just saying that he was at 100% to get Goku to go to 100%. But we can see that Beerus isn't going to 100%. And when they were, when it was like at the end, because we knew Beerus wasn't actually going to blow up the Earth because of Battle of Gods. And if you didn't know, and you didn't know, now you do. Um, and I was wondering because they were on like in like a very rocky terrain. Um, they were in a very rocky terrain, like around where they were when Goku fell down to Earth, and he was like, "Beerus, don't destroy it." But then the way they did it, they just had him, quote unquote, fall asleep. So he just kind of like, it's funny how he was standing up and then just you just see him and you see the blast and then he falls asleep. So it totally misses the Earth. I thought that was I like the way they're doing the comedy. They're bringing it back to the Dragon Ball days of old. So it's like Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Best of Both Worlds. That's like one of the things I really like about the series. But anyway, going on to the episode, um, one thing I thought was really interesting, kind of going towards the conclusion because it was just kind of fighting and over. Um, before I talk about the conclusion, one thing I want to mention is we see Goku in the water. So it looks like they're fighting in space, but I believe that they're not. Like they're still in the atmosphere because you can still be in the atmosphere and like be at that altitude. And there is one altitude I forget. It might be the stratosphere. If you know space, tell me. But it's like cold. It's like not. It's like kind of chilly. Oh, I guess it is cold. It's like 40 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius. That'd probably be like 2 to 4 or 5, maybe. If you know the distinction, let me know. But I live in America, so I wouldn't know. And the air is thin, but Goku is used to thin air because a lot of times they fight pretty high up. And when he was a kid, he was on Kami's lookout and got used to the high altitude there. So I do not believe that he can breathe in space and that Saiyans can breathe in space. And yeah, because we see him in the water and he's running out of breath. And it seems like Beerus really isn't, but that's probably just because his lung capacity is a lot greater just because he's stronger than Goku is. And Goku is the one that was losing the fight. So, at the end, Vegeta says something really interesting. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I have to touch on this in my review. Um, he says to uh, he says to Goku after he's like, I achieved this power, and they also didn't show Goku being disappointed that he got the power from everyone else, but which I I was wondering if they were gonna do, and then when he mentioned that he got it, I was wondering if it was he was gonna say if it hurt his pride or not. Um, but Vegeta was like, I'll achieve the power of a Super Saiyan God on my own, which means I'm wondering if it's actually physically possible to do that and to be a Super Saiyan God, um, to be a Super Saiyan God just by yourself, or achieve that level of power just by yourself. Because you could theoretically, or possibly, you could just train your body to eventually just have that power level and not actually be a god. But the Super Saiyan God just makes it instantaneous, and it just makes you so much more powerful than you already are. But you could train to be that powerful. Just like if someone was a certain power level and then they went Super Saiyan and they were a higher power level, you could train your base form to be as powerful as you were when you were Super Saiyan. And then when you go Super Saiyan, it's even you get even stronger. So there's that. And he says, so I'm wondering if, because in Resurrection F, we never know how Vegeta gets the Super Saiyan God in him, so he can go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or blue haired form. I just like calling it the blue haired form better because I really don't like that name. And they that might have been a hint as to how he did it. Is he, because everyone assumed like, oh, he just did the ritual off screen, so, and he became a god, and because he's a master martial artist, just like Goku is, that his body fused with the power, absorbed the power, or whatever. And so that it brings up a really interesting topic, like maybe Vegeta did it on his own, similar to how he achieved Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. Because Goku did it because of the anger of Krillin's death, but Vegeta was training and he achieved it. And Super Saiyan 2 by Gohan was achieved through anger, and also his potential as when he was a child. And Super Saiyan 3, only Goku and Gotenks did that, but that's not relevant anymore. Neither really Super Saiyan 2, but you guys get my point. Because Vegeta never went Super Saiyan 3, I don't have to mention that. So I'm wondering if that's what they're gonna have Vegeta do, is he's gonna figure out a way to achieve the form on his own in like the little time gap before they start training with Whis. And the next episode is all about Master Satan. So it's like those in between episodes in anime, which they didn't really have a lot of in Dragon Ball Z, but a lot of recent anime, or um, there's a squirrel outside my window. What are you doing? There's a bunch of acorns in his mouth. That was funny. Um, keep getting out. I'm going off topic. But a lot of newer anime just has that, like that in between sagas, there's just that fillerness that those couple of episodes. It's not really filler for the sake of slowing down the anime, but just like an in between, just kind of like a segue into the next arc. So, and the next arc will be the Resurrection F arc for the anime. That is confirmed. I mean, if you didn't want to know that, I mean, it was. See, I'm yelling. How you know it's early in the morning. If you didn't want that spoiled, I'm sorry. That I don't know what you expected. Maybe actually, I was about to say something about the manga, but I don't want to risk that anymore. So, yeah, that has been my Dragon Ball Super episode 14 review. Um, and yeah, this is going up on Monday, and I hope from now on that I can have all my reviews up on Monday. Like watch the episode Sunday night, and then when I wake up in the morning, because my school doesn't start for me till like 9:30, just because of how our schedule works, and so I can do that, and in the morning I can record and upload it. So yeah, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. What are your thoughts? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.